Albert Ogard is selling a 4-hour course teaching non-technical founders to run a business inside Claude Code. I run 3 live products with Claude Code, and my entire setup is 2 files and 1 folder rule. That's it. If you've watched 3 tutorials this week and your Claude Code still edits the wrong file, deletes tests, or burns tokens rewriting things you never asked for, this is the boring middle nobody streams. I'll show you the exact CLAUDE.md and settings.json I used across 3 revenue-generating repos, live on the same WSL box that shipped invoices this morning. I'm Lazar. I ship client automations daily at BizflowAI. I.io. Start with the file that stops Claude from touching production. Let me tell you what actually happens when a solo founder installs Claude Code after watching a hype video. Day 1. Magic. Day 3. Claude edits a file you told it to leave alone. Day 5. It rewrites your auth logic because it noticed a pattern. Day 7. You're paying $12 in tokens for a bug fix that took 40 minutes because it reread your whole repo on every prompt. And you sit there thinking, maybe I need the 4-hour course. Maybe I need the AIOS folder. Maybe I need 6 subagents and a persona prompt calling Claude a senior architect. You don't. You need 2 files and 1 rule. I'll prove it with the exact config running 3 live products on my box right now. One is an invoicing tool serving small businesses in Serbia. One is an OpsBot ecosystem handling email and chat for a founder who sleeps. One is a lead gen engine for a small agency. 3 separate revenue streams, 1 terminal. 47 euros a month of infra, about 22 minutes a day of active Claude Code time across all 3. No AIOS meta folder. No school group. No 4 hours of anything. File number 1 lives at the root of every repo, and it's called CLAUDE.md. This is Claude Code's first read on every session. Most tutorials tell you to fill it with personas. You are an expert full-stack engineer with 20 years of experience. Delete that. It measurably makes output worse because Claude starts performing expertise instead of reading your code. My CLAUDE.md has exactly 6 sections and nothing else. Section 1, stack. 3 lines. Language. Framework. Database. That's it. No versions unless a version actually matters for a known incompatibility. Section 2, do not touch. This is the most important section in the entire file. I list the exact file paths and folders Claude is not allowed to modify without me pasting them in manually. Migration files. Production environment configs. Anything under a folder called /locked. Claude respects this maybe 80% of the time on its own. The other 20 is why we have file 2. Section 3, test command. 1 line. The literal shell command to run the test suite. Not an explanation. Not options. The command. Claude will run it after edits if it's there and skip testing if it isn't. Section 4. Deploy command. Same rule. 1 line, the actual command, or the sentence, deploy is manual. Do not attempt. Section 5. Current sprint. 2 or 3 bullet points about what I'm actually working on this week. This is the only section I update regularly. It stops Claude from proposing refactors that have nothing to do with the current task. Section 6, glossary, domain terms. For the invoicing product, this is things like PIB, PDV, e-factura. Serbian tax vocabulary Claude will otherwise translate or misinterpret. For the OpsBot, it's the names of the internal chat channels and what they route to. 6 sections, usually under 90 lines total. That's file 1. Now file 2. Inside the repo there's a hidden folder called .claude, and inside it a file called settings.json. This is where you draw the actual fence. The permissions block. I explicitly deny write access to any command containing the production database URL. I deny bash commands that match rm.files. I allow read on everything and write only on the source folders. When Claude tries to run a denied command, it stops and asks. That single block has saved me from 3 destructive edits in the last 2 months, including one where Claude tried to drop and recreate a table during what should have been a schema read. Same settings.json. I keep exactly 2 MCP servers enabled. One for the file system of that specific repo. One for the tool that repo needs. For invoicing, it's a PDF renderer. For the ops bot, it's the messaging API. For lead gen, it's the CRM. 2 MCP servers, not 15. Every additional MCP is context Claude, loads on startup, and a surface area for weird behavior. Most people install 10 because a video told them to, then wonder why their agent is slow and confused. Now the folder rule. And this is where I disagree hardest with the popular courses. One repo per product, never a monorepo, never a nested AIOS-style folder where all your businesses live under one meta directory. The reason is context poisoning. When Claude Code opens a workspace, it indexes the whole tree. If your invoicing product and your lead gen tool share a parent folder, Claude will pull patterns from one into the other. You'll ask for a fix in the invoicing repo and get a suggestion that references a variable from the lead gen codebase. It looks like Claude is smart. It's not. It's confused. 3 separate folders under mal projects, each with its own Git repo, its own CLAUDE, its own settings.json. I open a fresh terminal tab for each. 2 tabs open at a time, max. That's the whole architecture. Let me show you what this buys you. I ran the same feature request against a fresh invoicing repo twice this week. Once with these 2 files in place. Once with them stripped out to simulate a first-time install. Same prompt, add a discount field to the invoice model and propagate it through PDF generation. With the 2 files in place, Claude touched 4 files, ran the test command on its own. Came back green. Used about 11,000 tokens. Without the files, Claude touched 11 files, including 2 migration files it should not have opened, rewrote a helper function I never mentioned, didn't run tests because it didn't know the command, and burned around 34,000 tokens before I stopped it. Same model, same prompt. 3 times the cost, and a broken migration. The files aren't optimization. They're the difference between a tool that ships and a tool that damages your code base. Here's what I deliberately leave out. No persona prompts. No think step by step. No long instructions about code style. Claude reads your existing files and matches them. That's what it's good at. No list of preferred libraries. No architecture diagrams in Markdown. Every extra paragraph in CLAUDE.md is a paragraph Claude reads on every single turn, and most of it degrades output instead of improving it. The shorter the file, the sharper the agent. If you're running one product or thinking about your first, copy this exact setup. 6 sections CLAUDE.md, a settings.json with a deny list, and 2 MCPs, one repo per product under a flat projects folder. You don't need the 4-hour course. You need the 2 files. I put clean templates of the CLAUDE.md and the settings.json I just warped through on BizflowAI.io. Same structure I use on live client repos. Grab them, drop them into your repo. Delete the course tab. While you're there, you'll see real automations we ship for solopreneurs and small teams every week. If you want the next breakdown to actually find you, Hit subscribe and ring the bell. I post the boring middle of AI ops nobody else films. And if you've got a workflow eating your week, book a free 30-minute discovery call at BizflowAI.io and we'll map what to automate first.